Hello everyone. Today I will discuss about data preparation and analysis. The data collected from the respondent is generally not in the form to be analyzed directly. After the response are recorded or received, the next stage is that of preparation of data, that is, to make the data amendable for appropriate analysis. Data preparation involves checking or logging the data in, checking the data for accuracy, entering data into the computer, transforming the data, and developing and documenting a database structure that integrate the various measures. Data preparation includes editing, coding, and data entry and is the activity that ensures the accuracy of the data and their conversion from raw form to reduced and classified forms that are more appropriate for analysis. Preparing a descriptive statistical summary is another preliminary step leading to an understanding of the collected data. The preparation of data requires following tasks before the analysis. First task is editing, then coding, validation of data, data entry, classification, and tabulation of data. Editing, the customary first step in analysis, is to edit the raw data which is recorded on site. Editing detects error and omissions, correct them when possible, and certifies that maximum data quality standard can be achieved. The editor's purpose is to guarantee that data are accurate, consistent with the intent of the question and other information in the survey, uniformly entered, complete data, arranged to specify coding and tabulation. The editing task has two steps or can be performed in two ways. One is a field editing, another is a central editing. The field editing normally done in the large projects. Field editing review is responsibility of the field supervisor. It should be done after the data have been generated or gathered. During the stress of data collection, in a personal interview, and paper and pencil recording in an observation. The researcher often uses an ad hoc abbreviation or special symbols. Soon after the interview, experiment, or observation, the investigator should review the reporting forms. The central editing should take place when all form or scheduled have been completed and returned to the office. This type of editing implies that all forms should get a thorough editing by a single editor in a small study and by a team of editors in case of large inquiry. Editors may correct the obvious errors such as entry in the wrong place, entry recorded in months when it should have been recorded in weeks, and similar to others. In case of inappropriate on missing replies, the editor can sometimes determine the proper answer by reviewing the other information in the schedule. At times, the respondent can be contacted for clarification. While editing, the editor must ensure or must be familiar with instruction given to interviews and coders. Do not destroy, erase, or make illegible the original entry by the interviewer. Original entry should be remain legible. Make all editing entries on an instrument in some distinctive color and in a standardized form. Initial, all answer changed or supplied. Place initials and data of editing on each instrument completed. Second step of data preparation is coding. Coding refers to the process of assigning numerals or other symbols to answers so that responses can be put into a limited number of categories or class or series. Numeric coding simplifies the researcher's task in converting a nominal variable like gender to a dummy variable. Statistical software also can be used for alphanumeric code, as when we use M and F or other letters in combination with numbers and symbols for the gender. Coding involves assigning numbers or other symbols to answers so that responses can be grouped into limited number of categories. In coding, categories are the partis- partitions of a data set of given variables like gender or region or attributes, etc. Both close and open response question must be coded. Some examples for pre-coded questions, just like question is how often these days do you go to the cinema? The answers could be more than once a week, once a week, once a fortnight, 3 or 4 times a year, less often, never. So this can be quoted 1, 2, 3, etc. So this way we can place in set of numbers and categorize by one means more than once a week. Like this. Second question, which types of wristwatch do you own? The answer could be hand wound, automatic, electronic. This could be coded as hand wound as a 1, automatic 2, electronic 3. So similar way, the response of the questions can be coded and can be categorized in different series or in groups. Third step of data preparation is validation of data. After the data is coded, it is validated for data entry errors. The data is then used for further analysis. The purpose of validating the data is that it has been collected as per specification in the prescribed format or questionnaire. For example, if the respondent is asked to rate a particular aspect on 1 to 7, then the obvious response should be 1 or 2 up to so on or 7. Any other inputs number is not considered as valid. In validation of data, the above data will be restricted to the integers between 1 and 7. This minimizes the errors. The other validation are age within a number like 100, dates such as birth dates, joining dates, etc. should not be future dates, etc. The next step after the validation of data is data entry. Data entry converts information gathered by secondary or primary methods to a medium for viewing and manipulation. Keyboarding remains a mainstay for researchers who need to create a data file immediately and store it in a minimal space on a variety of media. However, researchers have profited from more efficient way of speeding up the research process, especially from barcoding and optical character and mark recognition. Next step is Classification of data. Data having a common characteristic are placed in one class, and in this way the entire data get divided into a number of groups or classes. Classification of data according to attributes. As stated above, data are classified on the basis of common characteristics when can, which can either be descriptive, such as literacy, sex, honesty, etc., or numerical, such as weight, height, income, etc. Classification of data according to class intervals. Data relating to income, production, age, weight, etc. comes under this category. Such data are known as statistics of variables and are classified on the basis of class intervals. For instance, person whose income say are within Rs 200 to Rs 400 can form one group. Those whose income are within 400 to 600 can form another group, and so on. Next step is tabulation of data. Tabulation is the process of summarizing raw data and displaying the same in compact form, that is, in the form of statistical tables for further analysis. In broader sense, tabulation is an orderly arrangement of data in columns and rows. Tabulation is essential because of the following reasons. It conserves space and reduces explanatory and descriptive statement to a minimum. It facilitates the process of comparison. It facilitates the summation of items and the detection of error and omissions. It provides a basis for various statistical computations. Generally accepted principle of tabulation: every table should have a clear, concise, and adequate title so as to make the table intelligible without reference to the text, and this title should always be placed just above the body of the table. Every table should be given a distinct number to facilitate easy reference. The column heading or captions and the row headings stubs of the table should be clear and brief. The unit of measurement under each heading or subheading must always be indicated. Explanatory footnotes, if any, concerning the table should be placed directly beneath the table, along with the reference symbols use in the table. The data source or sources from where the data in the data table have been obtained must be indicated just below the table. Usually, the columns are separated from one another by lines, which makes the table more readable and attractive. The column may be numbered to facilitate reference. Decimal point and plus or minus sign should be in perfect alignment. Abbreviation should be avoided to the extent possible, and ditto marks should not be used in the table. Thank you. In next lecture, I will discuss about the data analysis. The previous lectures video can be found in the description box.